I'm very excited about our victory tonight. Obviously, we've played some teams in November and December, and we haven't played as well, or we did not beat them by the margin that I thought we are capable of. Tonight, we were ready to play the game. I thought Zach Freeman was just outstanding, and he continues to add to having just an incredible final year for us. He set the tone. You look at that stat sheet, 27 points, 4 assists, 0 turnovers, and 10 rebounds, and he did it all in 22 minutes. Doesn't matter who you play. If you do that, you're a terrific player. And it was great to see Marcus Foster be so assertive. I thought his 18 points and 4 threes, we're a much more difficult team to defend and play against when he's more assertive. I've talked to him about that, especially on the heels of our TCU game. I thought the biggest stat for us is our turnovers. Playing a 40-minute game with 6 is outstanding. Again, doesn't matter what score. If you can play a 40-minute game with 6 turnovers, I think any coach would be thrilled with that. And that has to be more of our identity moving forward, where we can go on the road and play against good teams and be that. I feel like we can, and that's a vital stat towards our success. Cam Fletcher playing tonight. It's great to get him in the game. Fletch has had a tremendous attitude. He's had a tough path the last couple years with some injuries, and we're very aware of that. Our promise to him and his family was to really bring him along incredibly slow, lean on flexibility and strength, and making sure that incrementally we're allowing him to be successful. But as you can see, he can rebound and shooting the ball, especially open threes, he's certainly capable. So it was nice to see him get in as well. But all in all, just happy with our performance, and now we move on, obviously, to bigger challenges.
Give your team more confidence against, like you mentioned, against South Carolina State. You had an 11-point lead and couldn't close the door. Did you like the way the team was able to keep the pedal down?
For sure. Whether it be Texas Southern, which is, I know, a long time ago, or those are the examples that I'm talking about. It's so much about us, not the team that we played. And, I thought in those games, man, we struggled turning it over, and we struggled being assertive. Maybe even a guy like Zach at the beginning of those games, not setting the tone in those games that he did tonight. So all of that is the beneficial towards us playing these next 21 games. We have one non-conference game at UC. Then we have our 20 Big East games, 10 at home, 10 on the road. So, everybody knows what we're in store for. And I thought tonight's game allowed a lot of different guys to get good minutes.
Trey was inactive tonight, still on the bench. Can you explain what went into that
Yeah,
decision?
Trey was inactive, and I think when we have more to say about that, we'll address it.
Coach, have you gotten a chance to catch up with Quincy Oliveri since his NBA debut the other night, and how important is it to you that we have guys that have come through Xavier in your second tenure here that are having success in the NBA now?
Yeah, we're all very proud of Quincy. We are just what he's done, how he represents Xavier, not only on the court, but I don't know if you can represent our basketball program in a better light in the community, and whether that's LA where he's at now or when he was here in Cincinnati. He's one of a kind. He's really, truly a very talented person, and it's great to see him get that. But, look, whether it's Najee Marshall or used to be David West or James Posey, Tyrone Hill, Brian Grant, there's a lot of great players that have come through here. And, look, that's all part of the history and tradition of Xavier basketball.
How nice is it to draw up a set play for 5 walk-ons at the end of the game and watch them execute it?
Yeah, I would have been surprised if Brad Colbert did not make the shot. He's one of those guys. We put Brad on scholarship because of his relentless approach on an everyday basis to make our team better, and he competes every single day. And it was great to see him come off that screen and make that shot.
The other area of tonight's game where I thought there was a noticeable difference from the Xavier team that we saw recently was it looked like your team took a ton of pride in rebounding the basketball tonight. Can you talk about that a little bit?
We did, and Morgan State, I would say a couple stats about them. They usually force turnovers, right? And they do a really good job of offensive rebounding. So being able to take care of the ball in this game tonight, being able to rebound. But, look, rebounding it's just, I just put it to you like this, when the shot goes up from this point on in our season, there'll be a lot that's going to be determined. Who's physical, who's about it, who's going to go get the ball. A lot of times it's our guards that have to do it. Certainly has to be our bigs. If you don't start the game, you got to come in and rebound. But defensively, offensively, especially defensively, Big East and the competitive spirit of our schedule moving forward, it's very similar to football. A lot happens when the shot goes up, and we have to be able to be that team that can get big rebounds. Obviously, Lassina Traore was part of our plans to help that. We make up for his absence by a lot of different people that are going to be called on to do even more. Guys like Davion, who's our point guard. But rebounding is a big, big part of this, and so is taking care of the ball. Basketball, the team who gets the most good shots has a great chance to win. And if you think about those two areas, turnovers and rebounding, most really good teams, programs, and coaches, et cetera, they have those two things as a positive. And our team being able to take great care of the ball and being able to rebound regardless of who we play, we're going to have to be able to do those two things to have a chance to be in the winner's circle.